It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. From Quicken Loans Arena, tonight the Cleveland Cavaliers getting set to match up with the Los Angeles Lakers. Jay, it's been a long time coming. Lakers are trying to get back to the playoffs, but they are still relevant because there's a method to the madness.
Well, you have the same PG and Magic Johnson that's still running the offense, and you have to give him a ton.
From the start, let's do it.
Stepping in for Los Angeles, number 7.
A lot of contact, no whistle.
Ed, the game is so different. In today's NBA, defenders are longer, quicker, and more athletic than we've ever seen before. So offensively, as a shooter, you either have to be able to create more space off the dribble for your shot or have a much faster release. Ideally, you have both in your arsenal.
Shifting gears, here come some substitutions.
Number 5, J.R. Smith.
Into the front court comes Rondo. 2-point advantage. That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
You see, Ed, that's the problem. When you have guys on the perimeter that can shoot the basketball defensively, you're taught to hedge at the driver and then stay home, which leaves the lane wide open for great jams like that.
To J.R. Smith. Fires the three. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. And he knocks it down. Jay, as key a move as you'll find in the NBA.
Ed, it is the new age triple threat. It does two things. Number one, it creates distance in a hurry. Number two, when you're stepping east to west while maintaining your dribble, which is a difference maker, it throws a defender off because now he's at your mercy and he's off balance.
And it just may be, Jay, the biggest threat late in the shot clock.
Especially if you add a hesitation to the move, or if you look at the rim, you'll most time have the defender jumping out of the shoes.
We wish defenders all the best in this game defending that. Rondo into the front court. 8-2 our score. Here comes the screen. Down for McGee. Scores from the post.
This has been a good first quarter for him so far. That wasn't an easy shot, but he was able to knock it down and add to their lead.
Cavs at the controls. George Hill. To Love. Hill. Hill can't connect. Here's Rondo with it. 10-2 the score. To Josh Hart. Screen coming. Hart. And the rebound comes down to Smith. In the front court comes Smith. Down 8. And he hits.
2 points.
Rondo with the basketball. 10-4 is the score. Rondo. Hand in his face. Still hits. You don't see that very often.
I wonder who we're going to see tonight. Playoff Rondo or that other guy? Because when he's on top of his game, there is no one better in terms of IQ and also vision. Unless the offense isn't clicking, expect to see him breaking down the D and ensuring everyone gets fed.
Los Angeles has the basketball. Pass to the rim. McGee powers it through. Feed the big fella. Point to the passer.
So good when you get everybody involved, in particular your bigs. You get them going, they'll run the court faster, and guess what? They'll set harder screens because they're actually in the game.
Love to J.R. Smith. Hood. Has a chance. The shot missed by Smith.
Woo! I like that intensity on that play. That's how you actually dig in the dirt and do your job on the defensive end.
to Beasley. Five to shoot for Los Angeles. For three, it's Love with the rebound. Smith with it up top. Margins 8. Shot by Smith off the mark. Lakers at the controls right now. To Josh Hart. JaVale McGee. Oh, emphatic slam. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Smith to Hill. Down low Thompson. Finish that.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
Inside, he scores.
As a player, there's nothing better than coming out in the first quarter and playing exactly the same way you played the last couple of days of practice. You're moving the ball, you're capitalizing on mistakes, and you really built a nice lead.
Time to shuffle things up.
Subbing in the Cleveland Cavaliers. Number 8, Jordan Clarkson.
Hill to Rodney Hood.
Hey, you got the screen right.
Has a look. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
Now, I know you probably don't want to hear this, but you have to take it one possession at a time. You have to continue to chip away. It hasn't been the best first quarter, but if you get a couple more of those to drop, you'll find yourself right back in this ballgame.
To Beasley. Screen coming. Oh, he had him there for a second, and they call it.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
Substitution being made in this one.
Team foul number 4, Cleveland Cavaliers.
Caldwell Pope.
Entering the game for the Lakers. Number 23, LeBron
To
James.
Stevenson. Caldwell Pope. 4-3. Cleaning the offensive glass. Nice follow-up on the dunk there. The maturity of one of the game's greatest on full display.
Yeah, LeBron James still proving that he can get up there with the highest of the high. But still, I love the fact that he recognizes less is more now. LeBron James 2007, every play is a dunk. Now it just happens once in a while. Enjoy the greatness.
Shot from the lane won't go.
Because he had no body control. You have to be able to control your body when you attack the rim at full speed. That's part of your concentration. People assume concentration just on the rim, but your body control is everything. Be able to speed yourself up or slow yourself down.
Hill. Hill can't connect.
I got this. Make the next.
Stevenson. Throws it down. Jay, this is getting scary fast.
If you're the defense, you have to deny him the ball. Maybe throw a box and one. Maybe throw a zone. Maybe even throw the kitchen sink because he's putting on a show in the first quarter.
George Hill to Love. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Another possession they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got it to go, but they need to do something different to start creating more open look opportunities.
James. Oh, had him going there for a second. Nothing going here on that drive. To Caldwell Pope. Here comes the screen. Caldwell Pope around the perimeter. James. That's how you defend.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Hill to Clarkson. And finishes at the rim. Kevin Love with the stuff. Jay, perhaps that's a start.
Those kind of plays get me fired up. That's a momentum play. They look lifeless here in the first quarter, but a dunk like that can get your team going in the right direction.
Oh, he had him there for a second. To James. Driving right to the basket. No love lost. It's Love with the block.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Clarkson. Hill. Runner here. Won't go down.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early.
Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. It's Clarkson with the slam.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Nothing going here on that drive. To James. Missed it. Almost a foul. They let it go.
You see, this is something that everybody has, but some people choose to use it or not. I'm glad you choose to use effort on getting around those screens.
Now the Lakers are going to call a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter.
Here's an announcement for the parents in the crowd.
New blood coming in for both sides.
Basketball games. Space is limited, so you must act soon. Visit our team website for more.
Ball in possession of Cleveland, and that's going to get out of bounds. So this will stay with the Cavs. Smith. Hood. Out of bounds. Last touch by the Cavaliers. Ball with it up top. Shot clock turned off as they get a chance to build their lead. Going to launch beyond the arc. Jay, another one goes down. They're right where they want to be.
Exactly. Next play, you have to turn around defensively and get in the stance and actually keep that same kind of tempo.
Trying to cash in. Got it to go on the step back. Jay, he found a way.
You can finally see this team starting to get their rhythm and their groove offensively. This is a good run to get them back in the ball.
The first quarter's complete. The Lakers have the lead. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you.
Come on, y'all, let's go get it. It's on up.
Subbing in for Cleveland, number 3, George Hill. Stepping in for the Los Angeles Lakers, number 7.
The screen sets him up for 2.
You know, he may not show up in your feed all the time with the crazy highlights, but he's one of the most underrated creative shot makers we have in this game.
Ball to Stevenson. Has a chance, and he buries it on the step back. Jay, this move continues to evolve since the days of Allen Iverson.
It does so much, Ed. When you step back east or west while maintaining your dribble, look at all your options. Number 1, a hezzy. You look at the rim. The defender jumps. You blow by him. Number 2, maybe a crossover in the same direction you just came from to throw the defender off. Or number 3, a raise into an easy jump shot. It's easy when you have this bag of tricks.
And when the game's on the line, that's arguably when it's most dangerous. Los Angeles, they have it. And he scores on the step back.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Clarkson with the basketball. His team down 9. Able to convert inside.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Ball into the front court. Lead stands at 7. to Kyle Kuzma.
Screen on your left. Screen on your left.
From the painted area, won't go down. Clarkson with the basketball. Right now, down 7. The pass set it all up.
And the defense keeps sticking to those flare screens. Just don't flare out to the three-point line. Flare to the rim for a lob.
Cavaliers with the basketball. Clarkson to George Hill. Defense making the ball carrier work. Clarkson to Korver. Lets it fly from long range. You need a brick wall to defend this guy. One of the best in the game, Kyle Korver.
Even though the coach initially may not like that shot, now he's clapping because that ball went in.
To Ball.
Screen coming. Screen.
Stevenson. Not that time. Clarkson with the basketball. Down 2. George Hill. Good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Clarkson with the basketball. Down 4. Clarkson. Nance to Hill. First try at the line, no good. And he's able to hit the second after missing that first one. To Ball. Add 2 points to the board.
You see, the great playmakers see the shot before it ever happens. They recognized how they were being guarded on the previous set, and then they make the necessary
Hey, watch
adjustments.
the screen left.
Smith. And scores at the rim. Beautifully done with the Euro step.
You know what we call that, Ed? We call that now you see me, now you don't.
Cleveland has the basketball. Hill to J.R. Smith. Sizing up the defense. Smith. Scores from the post.
No fading on that shot, strictly up and down.
Fundamentals 101. Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Hill into the front court. They trail by 7.
I got him.
George Hill to Rodney Hood. Has a look. He connects. Had all the time in the world. Too easy.
These breakdowns happen because the team lacks communication. You have to point towards your man, keep that butt towards the baseline, and make sure you communicate through every screen.
Spinning shot. Won't fall. Yes. And a foul. Hell of a chance at a three-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
The Cleveland Cavaliers, number 30.
LeBron with it up top. 2-point advantage.
Double.
Here comes the screen. Oh, had him going there for a second. Trying to cash in. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake. Hill across the timeline. Looking to make something happen. Smith to George Hill. He gets it.
One could make the case he might be glad he didn't get the and one.
Lakers ball. James. Probing the defense to James. Here comes the screen. James curling inside. That pass stolen by the Cavs.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Good. Off a spin.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Watch the cutter coming through.
Wide open look won't go. Smith with the basketball. Trailing by 4. Smith to Hill. Well, can't do that.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
Time for some new personnel into the game. Hood to George Hill. Gets a look, can't hit.
Oh, I see how you're playing this chess match. That's what you keep doing defensively. Keep baiting him and luring him into shooting that jump shot. Exploit.
Inside, he scores.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Cavs at the controls. Hill. And the Lakers able to grab the rebound. Has a chance? Yes. It drops. Little drama on that one.
I tell you, he's so special, Ed. He makes the game look easy.
A lot of hard work to make it look easy. George Hill to Rodney Hood. The pass taken away by the Lakers. LeBron into the front court. It's an 8-point lead. And that's going to get out of bounds off a Laker. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Hill into the front court. Margins 8. Hill to Rodney Hood. Goes to the left side. Hood to Hill. Has a look. Hill shot, no good.
It's so important to instill confidence in your best player. I know he missed a shot earlier, but that doesn't mean that you can't run the same exact play and let him prove he's a player he thinks he is and we all know he is.
James to Caldwell Pope. Got it.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Ball in possession of Cleveland. George Hill to Rodney Hood. Takes stock of the floor. Slams it down.
Some players are so cerebral. I'm not even paying attention to the dunk as much as I'm paying attention to the player pointing and communicating to everybody his team needs a guard on the next play down the court.
And it's rejected.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
My ball.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That misses with 3 seconds left. Good first half for the Lakers. They are out in front with the lead. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando as we go from Jay to Jalen. It's Jalen Rose with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
is your EA Sports halftime report. The Lakers are up after 2 quarters. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaky. Have a look at the leading scores for the Los Angeles Lakers. The Cavaliers are in need of some changes at the half.
Of course, they still have 2 quarters to turn things around, but it won't happen without making some adjustments.
These are the guys getting buckets for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Game trap. Steals.
Here's a team that might just be 1 or 2 adjustments away from what's needed to turn things around. They still have time to make up for a lackluster first half.
Player of the half.
The film speaks for itself. He's definitely the player of the half. Now he just got to give an encore to get his team to win.
Who was cold?
Forget cold. This guy will be happy to be lukewarm at this point. He can't seem to get anything going.
Here's our top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Fellas, back to you.
All set to go here in the second half. The third quarter is underway. Cavaliers with the basketball. Hill to Rodney Hood. Here's a chance from long range. Rodney Hood couldn't get open. Misses the shot.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Buries it on the catch and shoot.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Hill across the timeline.
Big pick right
His
there.
guys down 11. George Hill. Nice pass to set things up.
And when plays like that happen with multiple players touching the ball, the basketball guys will 100% reward you.
Ball with the basketball. His guys lead here early stages third quarter. To Ball. And scores.
The reality is no one can guard a player at his level one-on-one. The help defense needs to be shown, and he needs to see a series of obstacles instead of just one individual.
To George Hill. Flushes it home.
And that transition offense was flawless. When guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency, you heard me correctly, a sense of urgency, you will get a great shot every possession.
He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable, and almost the physicality of the game centers him and puts him right on balance every time.
And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
You never really want to foul a shooter, but if you do, ensure they're going to have a tough time converting. That's good knowledge of personnel.
Nope, first one does not go. Good recovery. Hits the second free throw. Cleveland has the basketball. Nice swat that time.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
To Ball. Around the perimeter. Caldwell Pope. It's good. That's the shot they wanted him to take. Hill into the front court. Trailing by 15. Hill to Korver. Love. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
To Caldwell Pope. Hood. From long range. Missed it.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
George Hill to Korver. And he throws it down. Nice finish for Kevin Love. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The result, he's going to the line.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
First one, count it. Able to convert on both free throws. Cavs at the controls.
Here we go.
Hill to Korver. Shot from in close, no good.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning the ankle on that landing.
Hill across the timeline. Down by 15. George Hill to Love. Hill. Fine to shoot. To Love. Fires the 3. Tough shot. Well defended.
I got it.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Pass stolen by the Cavs. Hill into the front court. He'll run the offense. Beyond the arc for 3. Buries the wide open 3. That's too easy.
And the game flow in the second half is completely different than the first. That first half equals out of sight, out of mind. Way to recalibrate in the locker room and find your rhythm back on the court.
Down for McGee. McGee powers it through.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Ball in possession of Cleveland.
Here we go. Get down, get down, get down. Half court, heads up.
George Hill to Rodney Hood. Here comes the screen. He shoots. Oh, off the mark. To Korver. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
You know, Ed, people don't understand. Tough shots are practiced every single day. With all these different contraptions out there to contest your shot, guys shoot 500 made shots a day. This is the new norm.
Hill across the timeline. 14-point deficit. Hill to Korver. George Hill to Korver. Down to 5 on the 24. Fires the 3. Can't do much better than that. Kyle Korver misses the shot.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Cavaliers with the basketball. Hill to Korver. Oh, too much contact. free throws on the way.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
And he connects on the first free throw.
J.R. Smith. Entering the game for number 23.
Come on, y'all, let's go. Get it.
Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. In the front court comes Rondo. His guys hold a commanding lead. And the basket good at the rim.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Los Angeles has the basketball. Rondo scores from the post.
Way to hit. Way to hit.
Clarkson with the basketball. Down a bundle. Clarkson to Korver. Screen coming.
Oh, you gotta work around the screen. You're killing me.
Korver shot misses.
One of the best kept secrets in the game, utilizing a head fake. Get the defender in the air, crack into him. Don't give the refs any excuse not to call foul. I put that one on you. You went up a little bit lazy.
Runner's good there.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Cleveland has the basketball. Here comes the screen.
Come left, 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 left.
Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Stuffs it down with authority.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Here comes the screen. Wide open look, won't go. Rondo into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. To Beasley. Caldwell Pope. For 3. That's off the side of the rim, no good. Cavs at the controls. Korver. They'll get it down to Thompson. Rejected by McGee. Cavs recover. And that's going to get out of bounds. Off a Laker. Love. To Clarkson. Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
Knocks down the first. So he hits the first, misses the second. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
And easy, too. Get back on defense.
He throws it down. At this point, if it continues, it just may be good night, Irene.
And ooh, I like that Irene line.
There you go, Jay.
And sometimes as a player on the defensive end, Ed, you need to draw a line in the sand. You have to find a way to change the narrative because right now the constant theme has been too many easy buckets.
Jay, don't deny it. You're an old soul at heart.
Yeah, I still don't know who Irene is.
Me neither. Ball in possession of Cleveland.
I got him.
Clarkson to Rodney Hood. Down low Thompson. Defense making the ball handler work. Shot by Thompson, no good. To Beasley. Caldwell Pope. Rondo. Oh, who saw that coming? Clarkson with the basketball. His guys down big. Love to Rodney Hood. To Clarkson. Korver. Cavs with 4 to shoot. 4-3. First try, no good. Second one's no good. One more coming. 3 attempts, he makes one of them. Lakers at the controls right now. Lays it in off the alley-oop pass. Gets off a 3 at the buzzer.
Here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Lakers added a win with today's solid victory. They did plenty of great things, but we all know what's going to be remembered are the dunks. And you know what? I'm going to remember nothing but the dunks as well. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Los Angeles Lakers. The Cavaliers
just couldn't get within striking distance toward the end of the game.
And even though some of them smiled and shook hands with the other guys after the game, you could tell by the way they headed to the tunnels how disappointed they were about this loss. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Game track. Fast break points.
The Cleveland Cavaliers
seemed to have issues communicating when it came to transition defense. They gave up way too many easy baskets. They looked really slow
in the first 2 quarters.
Player of the game.
Easy choice for player of the game. No one else made as big of an impact in this matchup.
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this game. Time now for the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
Look at what's coming up for the Cleveland Cavaliers.